morning, guys. So y'all know what it is. Saturday morning, and well, the Budweiser called me this morning. Called me from another line, from another phone. Don't even know. I asked him whose phone it was. It's some lady. So he probably ain't got his phone, or it's dead, or I bet he ain't got no money, man. That shit's crazy, dude. So we'll see what kind of condition Bo's in. I don't even know. It don't matter, because the bush job that I got today, it is well, the guy knows, the owner knows Bo, so they know. So yeah. But there ain't no telling what this boy's gotten into last night. I guarantee, I'll be very surprised if he's got any money. He gonna be sour puss though, I know that, because he wake up, you know, hungover and no money and depressed about not having no money, but all that don't come out like that. It comes out as anger and mad at the world and smart mouth. Yeah, he got a smart mouth. I'll probably have him help me do 2 properties. He might work 2.5 hours, and he'll probably get about 40 bucks. That's about all I'm willing to give him. You know, he had you know, almost 300 yesterday, so at 330. So, you know. But he's gonna be all damn you know, he's gonna be all attitudey. Especially if he ain't got no phone. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't have a phone, he ain't got a bike, and he ain't got no money. All these things are probably what's going on. So, what's up?
What's up, man?
Hey, push that mirror out for me.
What you been up to today?
Well, I got up and I ain't done nothing, man. What you been doing?
Raising hell.
Yeah. How much money you got? That's the question.
Shit. You looking at it in this cup of coffee, Hoss?
Golly, dog. Really?
Yeah.
Thought you wasn't gonna do that.
I don't know what's going on, man. It's just,
You don't?
it's a beauty. Look at this.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. So you spent all that money from yesterday?
I went to the door veranda.
You spent your whole week's check in one
Look,
night.
I called them and I went there and I couldn't get no response.
Okay, so good. You should have money then.
I blew it on eating and stuff. You ought to see my tent over here. Daniel's behind Jackie. He's getting back in with Jackie. He's paying her $25 a day to stay in the tent. What's that over there?
Looks like somebody laying, sitting out there.
Oh, how could I?
You had quite a bit of money.
It's boring, man. Nobody wants to do anything. I mean, all they do is sit there and go. I don't know, man.
Why are you keep doing it?
I don't know. You know?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it all out myself. Let me make sure that we got this job.
I'm from Clayton County, man. We go shoot pool and go to the mountain.
Hey, you there?
So, yeah.
I'll be there in about 15 or 20 minutes.
All right.
No.
I just hit factory reset on this one right here, though. Check this out.
Yeah, where's your phone?
It's in my bag.
What's wrong with it?
That's what I was telling you.
Well,
The screen on it, it went to half. It's like,
so you broke it?
no, I don't know how it happened.
Well, I know
So I
you
looked
don't.
at it.
It's like you don't know how you
I
spend
took
all
the
your
SIM
money.
card out of it, and if I put the SIM card in this, look at this phone though, dude. That's a Motorola, dude.
Yeah, but it ain't got no. It ain't worth nothing. It don't work.
Well,
I mean,
gonna work.
Okay, well you can figure all that out on your own time, dude. I'm not gonna be doing all that shit while I'm working, man. I'm tired of activating phones and shit, dude. You figure that shit out, dude.
Well, my cousin's coming this weekend to give me my IDs and stuff. He'll help me out.
He gonna give you his ID. It's the weekend.
He sent me $25 from Florida to help me on my so I could eat and stuff on the way home on my bus and all that. Florida and all that. He's gonna bring my ID this weekend, my social security card and my expired ID. It's expired, but I can use it. And my social security card. I bet you my cards, you know, it's one of those new cases. When I used to go down and hang out with those over there. We used to work at 80s together. And
Hell to the no, man. I want my shirt, dude. The shirt that you got that you said was dirty. I want it, man. $17 shirt, dude.
I got it. It's in my bag.
Okay, where? Mr. Anderson's?
In my bag.
Oh, you got it in your bag here?
Yeah, I had it set to put in my bag. I got all my dirty clothes. And I got everything.
So I just get it out of this bag, right? You got it out of this. Okay.
If it's not in the bag, it's in my dirty clothes because I know I had it sitting right on top of my stuff to put in my bag. I think it's already in there.
We're gonna have to get that shirt, dude.
I got it.
Okay.
It's inside out, so no dirt gets on there.
All right. I'm sure it's dirty, so. I bet you feel like Sammy Sausage Head, don't you? No money in your pocket. Had all that money yesterday, and then you ain't got $1, and knowing you're gonna have to work to get any more money. Wouldn't it be nice not to have to come out here and labor for money every single day? So yeah. So 2 of the 3 came true, like I told you when you got out of the truck. 2 of the 3. No phone and no money. The exact things that you said you wasn't gonna do.
Well, I went to the door of the hotel and called them.
What's that got to do with not having a phone and not having no money? Seems like, you dragging yourself, dude. Really don't, you ain't dragging me. You're dragging yourself, man. You're making your life a lot harder than it has to be. All right, guys, so I got both started on those bushes over there. I didn't have to do them today. I was going to kind of wait until next week, but yeah, he needs work so bad. He blew all his checks so fast. He needs work, so that's what he's going to be doing. I'm not helping him do them at all because they're not something that I even wanted to do today. So we'll let Bo do them bushes. Anyway, so I wanted to kind of talk about what Shane was talking about yesterday. Big shout out to Shane, DLT. How you doing, buddy? He was having some problems with Justin, and Justin missing stuff. At 5 years in, Justin, you can't compare Justin to Bo. Justin's on a whole nother level than Bo as far as these things. I don't see in Justin what Bo is. Bo's homeless. Bo don't have a driver's license, so all that, man. But so the way I've been able to do the properties over the years with guys like Bo and whoever is I do them all the same every time. There's a sequence of events that have to take place on each property, and I don't deter from that very, very often. Maybe the customer may request something and we may do things a little bit different. You would think that after 5 or 6 years that these guys would know where to weed eat and all, and how they miss stuff. It's beyond me. But I kind of just wanted to go into that a little bit more. But y'all know I got one of the worst helpers you could possibly have, y'all. So over the years, I've had to do things to tweak the way I do some of these properties to make it where these guys that work for me can do the properties in a timely fashion and not miss nothing. So I'm just gonna break down how I do each property, just a typical yard like what Shane was on yesterday. When I pull up to a property, y'all, the first thing I do is Bo knows to go to the backyard with the weed eater. And that's his job. His job is to weed eat and blow. That's his job. I will weed eat if we get into some stuff that's not that's taking him a lot longer than it should, or something breaks or whatever. But for the most part, when I got one guy in the truck with me, they're gonna do the weed eating and the blowing, and I'm gonna do all the mowing. With that being said, though, you got to make sure that they in the best scenario to win. So when we pull up to a property, what I do is every property I do it the same. I mean, 98% the same every property. So when we pull up, Bo grabs a weed eater, goes to the back, gets the gate open for me and a mower or whatever needs to happen there. So then I go to the, so he's got the weed eater in the back. Okay, I unload the mower and I go to the back and he's already starting weed eating and I start cutting. But I'm kind of watching Bo out of the corner of my eye the whole time. And we do every property like this. So he'll weed eat the back. And if he doesn't, if I see him over here and then I see him over here, then I'm all over him. There ain't no missing nothing, because I make sure that these guys, they start at one point and then they go around the backyard, and we do it the same way every time. I cut it the same way every time. And so when I'm back there cutting, he's weed eating in the back. We're doing the backyard first. I always do the backyard first, work my way back to the truck. So then what I do is, when Bo gets done weed eating in the back, he goes on around the front. He just goes on around the house. So what I do is I finish cutting the back, right? And then by the time I get to the front, he's already weed eated, a big piece of the front, okay? So then what happens is I start cutting the front. Well, when I get about probably 10 or 15, 20% into cutting the front, Bo's done weed eating the front. Then he's put the weed eater in the rack and he's getting the blower and he's going through the backyard. He's gonna go on and blow the backyard all off. And then by the time, so he does that, and while I'm still cutting the front, when he gets done with the back blowing the back, he comes to the front yard. Okay, 9 times out of 10, I'm far enough along working toward the truck in the front yard to where he can go on and blow off the porch and everything. And then once I do the sidewalk, and cut the sidewalk, he starts blowing off the driveway. When what I do, I see where he's at, and then I'll blow. Then I'll use the mower on the street to blow off some of the street, and then we usually get done around the same time that way. I do every yard the exact same way, and if I see him venturing off of where he needs to be as far as flowing with the property, he's over here, over there, I'm all over him, dude. I'm all over him, but I'm never done mowing and the weed eater's still running. Never. I mean, if I'm done mowing and the mower's on the trailer, but I weed eat. If I'm doing a property by myself, I weed eat first, and I use the mower to help me blow some of the stuff off and clean up things. I don't weed eat. I mean, I don't mow first. Another thing that I do, y'all, is when I take on properties, I always like to do them at least one time by myself. Now, I might not be making money that way, but I know what the yard is about for the weed eater guy. I know what he has to do. I know where he's likely to miss and all these things. So, when I do them by myself, I know how long it takes. My typical weed eating job, y'all, is probably 10 minutes or less, typically. So if I'm done cutting and Bo's still weeding, that is unacceptable, and I'm gonna be all over him. Well, I'm gonna see what's going on, and I'm gonna be like, because I know that I've done the property by myself, and I'm like, what are you doing, dude? That goes back to a lot of times you guys hear me all the time talking about, I don't pay by the hour. I don't pay by the hour because of that very reason right there, man. Because if I got a guy out there and I'm paying, I got to pay him, he's going to do the properties like I tell him to do them, or he's going to catch hell and eventually not be working out here. I mean, and I don't care what they think they know, or what they're thinking. Well, I did this because it don't matter what they think, because I know what the customer is paying me for. So when we pull up on these properties and Bo weed eats, he knows exactly where to weed eat, and for the most part, Bo does really good weed eating, especially the properties that we've been doing for years and years. It's that repetitive. I don't flip the script. I don't change anything. As far as procedure on how we basically edge, weed eat, mow, and blow. That's the order if I'm doing it by myself. Of course, when I got somebody with me, it's the same process. The only difference is that we're doing it at the same time, or really close to the same time. Weed eating, I'm right behind him, so yeah, he can't be. They got to be moving with a purpose. If you just lollygagging around, you're not gonna make as much money with me, because I'm not. And you're gonna catch hell, because I'm gonna be all over you, because I know what it takes to weed eat any particular property that we're on. So it goes back to how I pay these guys. That's why I don't pay them by the hour, and that's why I don't. I pay them based on what the business makes. So if they want to play around, not prepare, not fill the weed eaters up with gas, not string the weed eater like they're supposed to, walk around and in a daze on these jobs, missing this and missing that, because I'm looking at it, I'm watching everything. When I'm on the mower riding and cutting the grass, I'm watching everything, and I got a great memory. So what I do, so that's why I pay like I pay, because that invokes efficiency. Because if we don't get all the properties done on that list for that day, whatever the list is for that day, then, and they get in the truck and Bo gets in the truck in the morning, I say, okay, I'm gonna pay you blah blah dollars, and we're gonna do these 8 yards or 10 yards, whatever it is. Well, if we don't get to all 10 of them, and I've had to be on him all day long about missing this and missing that, and he has to fill the weed eater up 3 times with fuel, and he has to he has to string the weed eater 20 times a day, and he walks over here only to walk back over here and all that. If I had to go through all that with him, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start deducting from what we're going to do that day. So I'll say, okay, well, hell, we ain't gonna get to that one today, because you took an extra 10 minutes here and an extra 10 minutes there and an extra 10 minutes there. So you got 35, 40 minutes that you wasted, and now you're gonna put us out here later than I want to be out here, later than what the list dictates, because the lists are the same, and I know I can get them done in the same amount of time. See, each time, nothing really changes. Now, there are situations where things do change a little bit, and that is all taken into consideration. But if I have to be on you all day about missing this and missing that, and I will be, because you can't be, you got to be good at the detail. You can't be, if you want to make top dollar. Now, if you want to make $10 an hour, well, okay, do that too. You just ain't gonna work out here along with me like that, because I'm not gonna let you drag me 8 or 10 hours out here so you can get get enough money to survive, when I know that I can do the properties by 3 with the right guy. I've been doing it for years like that. So paying by the hour just does not invoke efficiency. It doesn't make anybody wanna get up and go, and that's true enough, Shane. Just because somebody looks busy, that don't mean Bo's a prime example of that. He works really hard, but he doesn't work really smart, and sometimes well, if you work hard and you don't work smart, well, then you're wasting your energy, and I don't believe in wasting energy. I waste enough energy just getting Bo in the truck and getting him to come to work. So I don't waste energy on these jobs. We pull up on a job, we know exactly what we got to do. Bo knows exactly what he has to do, and if he can't do that, then I'm all on and say, dude, you need to do what? Come on, man, you got to be moving, man. Come on, dude. Okay, well, you took an extra 15 minutes on that property. You took an extra 15 minutes on this property, all because you didn't want to string the weed eater while you was on the other property, waiting on me to get finished cutting or whatever. And Bo's notorious for, maybe I got 5 minutes of cutting left and he's done, right? And he'll just sit on the trailer, sit on the bumper of the truck doing nothing. And then we get to the next job and he runs out of string in the weed eater. So he has to string the weed eater. And then we get and then he might get done 5 minutes before I do. He's sitting on the bumper of the truck. Then we get to the next job, and the weed eater runs out of gas. But he was sitting there for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever it is, and he could have filled the weed eater up with gas, you know. And see, so when I see that on these jobs, especially these big jobs, y'all see the big properties I cut, and I see him walking from way back there all the way a quarter of a mile to the truck, and then he has to walk all the way back, and then he wonders why he's tired at 10:30. That's why, because he ain't working smart. You pull up on a property, when I pull up on a property, the first property of the day, I'm filling everything up right then, everything. And if I got time in between each property where I'm waiting on Bo to do this or that, I'll string the weed eater. Because I'll say, okay, we done 3 properties and he ain't had to string the weed eater. And, you know, so let's go on and string the weed eater. I'll go on and string the weed eater. So when we do get to the next property, he will not run out of weed eater string. He's notorious for that, dude. You know, the walk of shame. Y'all know what they call it. But that's why I don't pay by the hour. I refuse to pay these guys by the hour when they when they want to do things their way. You're not gonna do things your way and have a good time out here. You're not gonna do it. You're gonna do it. Yeah, this is a business. You're gonna do it like I tell you to do it, or you're gonna catch hell. You're probably gonna quit on me. Justin will probably quit on me if he worked for me. Because I'm going to be pushing him to get done quicker so we can get to the next property. And, you know, at 5 years in, you know, and he should know the properties well enough to be able to flow right across them. And I know I ain't one to talk about help, y'all. I'm just saying, y'all know I mean, dude, I got more problems with help than, man, I got plenty of problems with help. But over the years, having a bunch of different guys and everything has made me have to really be alert and everything on each job, you know. And when I show these guys, when I show these, especially new guys, when I show these guys what's going on, and I have to go through the motions with them, then that all takes its toll, you know. But what happens with me is I remember everything. That's why I know the properties so well, because I've been doing the same properties for years and I've trained multiple guys to do them. And so it's redundant to me. It's like, are you really? Now Bo's a whole nother animal when it comes to weed eating. Bo, over the years, he's gotten dogged out just like I would be doing with Justin. Over the years, he's gotten dogged out to where he moves with a purpose. You got to be moving with a purpose doing this kind of work. The employee has got to be moving with a purpose. He's not moving with a purpose when he's getting hourly rate. Just saying, y'all, he's not. You know, because when I tell the guys, for instance, it's just an example. When I tell the guys, okay, you'll get $100 today. This is the list that we got. The same list we did 2 weeks ago. The same list we did 2 weeks ago. The same list we did 2 weeks before that, before that, before that, before that. The same list, same day. Everything's the same. So we're gonna do this list right here. And the last 8 times that we did that list, we got done at 2. Well, when we start getting toward the end of the day and nothing's came up, and I'll look at the last 2 properties and I'll say, damn, we got 2 more properties and it's 2 o'clock now. Well, something's up, you know. But see, I have an internal clock. I don't know how to explain that any other way. I have an internal clock in my head that can get that, you know, my thinking is always this: when the mower is done, it's time to go. Whatever we got to do to get to that point. When the mower is done, when I put the mower up on the trailer, we need to be leaving within 5 minutes. Now, I don't say that, but that's my thinking. So, whatever I need to do with the mower to help the guy out on the ground, I do that too. Now, I will blow with the mower, especially if we got long curbsides and stuff like that. I will blow so he don't have to blow every single little thing, you know. But yeah, so, you know, that's just a few little things. Now, I don't, you know, when I tell these guys what they're going to make, and all that. And I'm not gonna get into the taxes and all that crap, because that ain't nobody's business, except for my accountant. And she gives me enough hell on all that. So we'll just let her do her job and give me hell, and I'll do the best I can to make things happen, to generate the money to where she can give me hell. So, but when I already know, when the guys get in the truck with me each day, it's not I already know exactly what they're going to make for that day based on the list. And if we don't get that list done, then they're going to get short on the number that I told them, and then we'll just prorate it, whatever it may be, you know. And that's how I'll say, okay, man, well, we're not going to have time to do that one and that one and that one, especially if I've had to get on to them all day long. I'm like, dude, man, taking you way too long, man. What are you doing? Damn, dude, you need to get the weed eater and hit this spot. Man, you didn't blow off over there. If I got to do all that, man, and we don't get done, I'll be damned if I'm going to have to go through all that with a guy all day long, not get done, be frustrated all day, and pay them what I told them they would make, and we not get done with all the properties on the list. And each guy that comes aboard to work for me, that's what they know, that if we don't get done with the list, then the money that I told them that morning is irrelevant, because it's going to go down. You know, if we get done with the list and we get done at 1, they make the same amount of money as if we'd have got done at 3. And that invokes efficiency, y'all. All right, y'all, so I got to pull up over here and get some ethanol-free fuel. All right, guys. So me and Bo got done with the 2 bush jobs. So I'm figuring to pull up to the house, y'all. And it's Sammy time, y'all. Sammy time Saturday. Peace out.